Hi, welcome to Urban & Gerbert's. My goal in life is to own a large, successful business.
23-year-old Aubrey Janik of Plano, Texas, has big dreams.
I think at a certain point you have to say, okay, no more algebra, no more calculus. Let's learn what I need to learn.
She says she's got no time for term papers, lab reports, or any of that college stuff.
Amber, which one have you made? Have you made the Climate Morehouse?
No, that was the next one.
Okay. I'm learning how to do payroll. I'm learning how to do the schedules. I'm learning how to run a business. It's average. I don't know. What are our sales at? Actually, a really good lunch. No, it's pretty good. $323 an hour.
Just over 2 years ago, Aubrey was a 19-year-old college freshman when she decided to tell her father, Hank Janik, that she was dropping out of school and putting her life savings into starting up her own company.
I had anxiety about it for weeks, and it was something I had nightmares about. I was like, how am I going to tell Dad that I'm not going to go to college?
I know Aubrey thought I was going to be disappointed, but again, I knew from a very early age that school academia was just not for Aubrey.
And once he realized that college wasn't the route I was going to go down, I sat down with him and laid out my plan.
The plan was simple. Take the money that was paying for college, along with the rest of her savings, and get started running a business.
I thought about making my own business from scratch, but then that comes with a lot of risk, and I was relatively inexperienced at that point, and so I was very nervous about starting a business from scratch.
Her father suggested going with an established franchise concept might be less risky, and Aubrey jumped on it.
I was just trying to find a concept that would not only accept me as at the time, a 20-year-old franchisee, but one that was in my costs, like in my price range.
Hank also suggested she avoid taking on anything too complex.
You needed something simple as sandwiches or pizza, and you want to limit what your responsibilities are so that you can get good at that and then move on to something bigger.
I was like, I can do this. It's not going to be a big deal. But my dad was the one who was like, no, you're not ready.
Aubrey wouldn't be ready, Hank told her, until she got some hands-on experience, learning how franchises operate.
I then went to Chicago, worked with a franchisee there for 6 months, and that's what working in Chicago taught me, was that I have to know restaurant operations, I have to know business, I have to know how to do this, or else I'm going to fail.
After she spent time learning the ropes with others, they both felt it was time for Aubrey to get started on her own.
Hi, how are you guys? I went for a $250,000 loan, and I went to anybody that I could think of.
Aubrey came in to see us, and she was prepared, looked professional. She brought in her business plan.
Jeff Bacchus is Chief Lending Officer at Aubrey's local Synergy Bank. He remembers being very impressed.
And I thought, well, she's thought about this. She's thought about where she's wanting to go, how she's wanting to grow and expand.
Even though I was incredibly anxious, and I think that he had to have respected the fact that I was prepared, and I knew what I wanted, I knew what I needed.
Her key advantages were the fact that she was going with a franchise. She had a down payment that was suitable for the business type that she was going into. She had additional liquidity, and she had some collateral to put up on the loan.
My bank took a huge leap of faith with me. I'm fortunate to find the bank that I found because they've been amazing. But again, that took me going out there and applying to 25 banks before I got an answer yes.
Another factor may have been that it was a community bank. They were willing to meet her personally and factored in assets that larger national banks might have ignored.
She had firsthand knowledge of the area and had a plan to go out and make her business successful that I don't believe would have come across on paper.
Thanks to savings and investments she accumulated in high school, she secured the financing without any contribution from her parents. And so next, she had to find the right location and negotiate a lease.
I negotiated this lease for this site for almost a year. It was a really, really long negotiating process. He wanted to make sure he was covered in case I fail, and I wanted to get a fair lease. We've been open for a little over 3 months.
It's been 2.5 years since she left college. The store's only been open a few months, but Aubrey's already looking to her next step.
My passion is not making sandwiches, and I don't have any problem waking up in the morning to come here. I love it, but I want to run just a big business. I want this to turn into something bigger, and I don't know for sure what that's going to be.
It's not the sandwich making that thrills her, it's the process.
The process of getting everything lined up, the process of starting a business is something I really like. It's something I love.
Hank says he's incredibly proud of his daughter, but watching and advising her since those first days when she left college has not been easy.
to me, it's worked out well. But it's been emotionally, it's been very hard on me.
I don't think I'd be able to do what I'm doing now if I would have wasted money on college.